y'all, welcome back to When the Cookie Crumbles. I'm your host, Susan Reddick, and we're having part 2 with Commissioner Regina Hill. Thank you for staying over.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. You know what, I wanted to start right here. You brought an event to your 32805 area, or your District 5 area, and it was a drive-in movie night right before school started. And it was wonderful.
The last school bash.
Yes, and I was there. As a matter of fact, I got so excited. I saw it. I didn't, Black was, we don't read everything. I read everything except that you had the RSVP, so I had to wait and see if someone didn't show it, but they let me in. It was the best night I've had. They do all that type of stuff in College Park when they tell you to bring out your chairs and stuff. And I love how you bring that same thing to your community. We had free food. Bounce house, snow cones, popcorn. If you just look at my reel, hamburgers, hot dogs, everything. We danced. I did the Cuban shuffle. I almost got the Dougie Fresh. It was a wonderful night. So tell us about
100 stars.
Oh my, it was great. Tell us about where that came from and some of the things you're doing.
Absolutely, exposure is everything, right? And what I pride myself on is, when I was a kid, I was exposed to a gamut of different activities. My mother worked for Sunbank, now SunTrust, now Truist, and because of her relationships, I was able to leave out of Paramore,
Yes,
and experience so many different things that many of the kids that I was growing up with did not. So my aspirations is to bring those experiences to District 5, to youth, and make it not just affordable, but free.
free.
So that families can experience those great opportunities. And my children, I call them my children, minds can explore. And I do believe when you expose kids to the arts, when you expose kids to STEAM and outdoors and things that they would not naturally be doing in their neighborhood,
Yes.
right? That the sky's the limit. So, with that, I've been able to work with community partners, not by myself in a silo, to bring those different experiences for youth. And then I like to do family projects.
It was family friendly.
So that they can bond together
Yes.
and create those positive memories for their families. So one day, when when they grow older, that they remember that night in the park with the blanket spread underneath the stars, with their mothers or fathers or auntie or uncles in the community, and of course the commissioner.
Yes.
Because when I was
I
growing
mean,
up, I didn't know who
you
my
were taking
commissioner was.
pictures. You were hands-on with everyone. I had 3 generations of myself there.
See,
And
that right
we
there,
danced
that's memorable.
You even gave away tennis rackets and tennis lessons.
Yeah.
It
That's
was a great night.
another opportunity of exposure.
Yes.
We're creating a whole new tennis center down in the Packing District, right outside of District 5.
Oh, wow.
And what I wanted to do is expose kids, not just to basketball, football,
Yes.
and those types,
A lot of
but
things.
racquetball and tennis, and give them lessons, right? It's one thing to put a racket in the kid's hand, but if they don't know what to do with it, and
Yes.
perfect that so that I can have them over at the EST, a tennis center in Lake Nona. So everything I do is strategic.
Yes.
It wasn't by happenstance that it was King Richard, right?
Oh, it was.
I wanted to show those kids that story of Venus
Yes.
and Serena Williams when they
everything
grew up in
was
an
well
urban
thought
core
out.
like
Yeah.
themselves. And that now when they see Serena and Venus, they're worldwide renowned
Yes.
talents, right? And how they were able to grow out of Compton to do great things for the community,
Yes.
but also for themselves and their families. So when they see them, my hope was that they see themselves. And when those parents saw that father, that they see themselves as, if you just continue to invest in your child
Yes.
and believe and have faith, that their right now isn't where it stops. And I think oftentimes, especially when we grow up in these urban cores, our parents are thinking more so about keeping the lights on,
Mhm.
feeding the kids, trying to make sure that they have proper clothing, and they don't have the resources to invest in those things. So I try to create the access.
And you're part of that village.
Yeah, I create the access.
Yes, because it takes the whole village. You're right.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are concerned with just paying the rent.
Well, not just concern, concern, and that's all they might can do.
That's all they can.
So that's where I go and try to put job training programs in place.
Yeah,
so
I want
that
to tell us about. I've been seeing that where you have been training men and women.
Yeah.
Tell us about that program.
Oh, well, that's called our RISE program. And what it does is work with Valencia and other vocational colleges that help you get a certification within 8 to 26 weeks. I give you $125 a week stipend. But when you graduate from that 8 to 26 weeks, you're making anywhere from $20 to $40 an hour. And working with those community partners such as Valencia, and I've been able to use some city dollars to strategically put one in Paramore and now one in Mercer Drive. And it teaches you anywhere from carpentry, HVAC, mechatronics, keyboard assembly, where you're being hired at stimulation companies, Lockheed Martin. So my hope is to increase their wages, and that helps create a way out of poverty.
And now is this program free to them?
Yes, so working with Career Source and them being a partner, and it's housed right here on Colonial Drive, right outside on OBT and Colonial, where they helped me with free tuition. City helped provide the free stipend, and then the educational facilities helped me with training, and we have wraparound services. So with that,
What is wraparound?
Wraparound services is we help with childcare. So we have funds to help with childcare, with transportation if you need gas, cars, or tickets for the bus line monthly. Then we also help for that particular program with housing. So it is what I call a sustainable program to help you if you want to help yourself, strap yourself up by your bootstraps, and the life of struggle you can grow out of. You just have to work with it.
So can anybody
some accountability things you have to.
Can anybody be in this program? Because I know like some people
it's for City of Orlando residents.
But I mean, like, could you be a convicted felon? Like, there's some apartments,
Absolutely.
some apartments you can't live in.
Well,
if you have a record, you know, so you can't get a Pell Grant if you have if you're convicted felon.
Right, that is a stipulation that I've worked out with Valencia and Career Source.
Great.
As a partnership that you can be a convicted felon. I'm not going to help create anything that I can't be a part of.
Okay.
So I'm a convicted felon.
I know that.
So if I could not go and be a part of it, I can't help fund it. All right.
And like you, because just someone because they made a misstep.
That's how we change the trajectory of some of folks' lives, because most of those people that have overcame those challenges are some of the most loyal and dedicated workers and employees and community citizens, right? And has a whole lot of contribution to give to society. But even in the apartment complex, I've helped create through Mayor Dyer's support and leadership and council support in District 5. Now we're working on over 4,000 affordable units that has came up underneath my leadership, from Creative Village to Paramore to Mercy Drive. And all of those do accept convicted felons if you had not committed a violent felony. If you haven't used a gun, robbed, killed anybody, sexual felonies, or arson. And those within those guidelines, I made sure that those things was in there, because when I tried to seek, even as a nurse of 25 years, to get an apartment in District 5, I had to rip from a private owner.
Yeah.
Because of that.
And
those
that's
are things
really
that
big.
I focus on.
That's really big.
In the city of Orlando in 2015, I banned the box to where felons don't have to check the box. So there is a primary focus on redeeming felons,
Right.
there in the city of Orlando and under my leadership.
That's amazing, because you could be a convicted felon. Like, let's say, maybe you stole something and it's worth over $300. That makes you a felon, and then I would still want a place to live.
Well, right now I'm currently creating a diversion program where I'm working with the state attorney, Monique Morrell, our law enforcement OPD, to where those that are creating low-level felonies
Yes.
and misdemeanors. And these are for our youth that are from 15 to 26, that we will put them in that diversion program versus sending them to jail or prison. And that is working with our state attorney.
Yeah, that's good, because pretrial diversion, a lot of times our children don't get offered that.
Well, this isn't just pretrial, this is even after trial.
Oh, that's
Versus going to
amazing.
jail
and
or
I can
prison.
solve that. Oh.
You enter into this diversion program, and that will circumvent you going to be locked up. But there is a lot of wraparound services, mental health, substance abuse, housing that's in that component. But you have to fly straight. You have to do the right thing. It is no tolerance, but it will get you on the right track. We'll do training and all those things. So my focus is also outside of jobs, training, housing, job creation, small business development, is truly making sure that people get a second and sometimes third chance.
Now, I've seen some two-story beautiful homes out in the Paramore, Westmoreland. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. And what's so amazing about that is I never grew up in my own bedroom in Paramore. So housing has been my major focus, and home ownership, because as you know, as a realtor, that's how we truly create Black wealth and wealth building. And so we have taken about $5 million to create two-story and single-family homes with $100,000 down payment assistance. So that they remain affordable, market rate, and that affordable component.
You said $100,000 down payment
Assistance, yes, and we use that out of my CRA funding. That's how we keep it affordable for those that are low income.
Yeah.
And there's market rate. I like to create mixed income communities.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you have healthy communities. But our hope is, before we finish, is to create 52 new homes in Paramore.
Wow. I don't know when you have time for yourself. When do you rest? Well, we gotta wrap it up. We're out of time.
I'll come back again.
I want you to come back, because we're gonna have a lot of stuff. But tell me, now, is it Poppy? Right?
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, his name is Hector Luis Rodriguez.
Yeah. Tell me. I see you raising. I'm a grandmother. I see you raising. I raised a grandson.
Yes.
And I'm married now, but I pretty much raised him by myself. So tell me how that's going.
That's going amazing. That's what I wake up to and go to sleep with. And it's bringing me so much joy. Of course, I lost my daughter in 2016, and she was my only daughter. And I think that has been part of my healing process.
You still got a piece of her left.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we have to talk about that journey on another day.
We do. I've got so
I
much I want to talk to you about.
Absolutely. But yeah, he's my pride and joy, and my reason outside of work for getting up and making the world a greater place.
Commissioner Hill, I'm proud of you. I'm a fan. And that same place where we had the drive-in movie, that we're gonna talk about that too the next time, because that was renovated. It was beautiful.
$12 million.
Yeah, I felt so good. I went to the bathroom. It was clean. It was so nice in there.
We have a special team out there.
It was very good. You are doing so much for the community. If you could give a little nugget to anybody, like you said that you had some missteps in life and you've had a past and stuff. Somebody who has taken a misstep in life and they wish they could come and fight for the community, because you are a fighter. You're fighting for the people. Give a nugget to somebody and to someone that could.
And it's not just your missteps. It's any type of challenges that you might have, struggles or obstacles. Continue to move forward, push through them, because those same challenges that you overcome will become your strength, right? And it will be that keep you resilient, because every time that you get knocked down, you jump back up, you grow muscles in the spirit and in life. And everything that might come to you, it makes you to where it's just another day in the neighborhood, right? But if I could give a nugget to anyone or someone, it wouldn't be talking about just the struggles, overcoming. It will be let love be your highest goal. And when you let love be your highest goal, you will really be blessed, right? Because you'll be working and operating out of something that's greater than yourself. You'll be operating out of love, and that's all you would exude is love. And that type of energy will come back to you even during the struggle, to where it's not a struggle. Because that positivity that you pushed out and that love that you've given out, surely I've seen it. And that's why I'm still able to stand, because of the love that I tried to give to others and that I have given, no matter if it was the sick when they were nursing, the dying, holding their hand, even loving those that haven't been so lovely to me.
Yes.
Right? That will become, I think, your bridge over troubled waters. That will become when those doors open up for you, because you've given so much. Open up that thing I call love to others. So let love be your highest goal.
And that's a great nugget. You know what? We gotta have you back, Commissioner. I got a whole lot of other things I want to talk to you about, and you are doing so much for the community. I thank you. If no one else has thanked you, I want to thank you.
Well, thank you.
You know, I thank you for the night I had the other night at the drive-in, and
we have more to
and I want to come to everything. You know, just put me down first on the list, okay? So we're gonna leave it there. And if you're sitting out there and if you're listening and you're somebody that has a story or a product or a business or something you're trying to get off the ground and you'd like to come on the show, please hit me up on my Facebook page at When the Cookie Crumbles, and someone from the team will get back with you. We want to thank the commissioner for being with us. I'm Susan Reddick, and we will see you next week on When the Cookie Crumbles. Bye-bye.